Did you know that 60% of self-made millionaires have faced major financial setbacks before hitting it big? It's true. Many of the world's wealthiest individuals didn't start on easy street. Instead, they encountered early failures that might have stopped others in their tracks. Consider this. J.K. Rowling, the author of the billion-dollar Harry Potter franchise, was once living on welfare. Or look at Elon Musk, who was on the brink of bankruptcy before revolutionizing the tech world with Tesla and SpaceX. Their stories aren't just inspiring, they're eye-opening. So what's the secret behind their success? It's not just about bouncing back from failure. It's about using those setbacks as a launchpad. In this video, we'll dive into 6 incredible stories of millionaires who turned their early failures into fortune. You'll learn how hitting rock bottom wasn't the end of their journey, but the beginning of something extraordinary. Get ready to uncover the hidden strategies that transformed struggles into success. The road to riches is paved with failures, but it's how you handle those failures that truly counts. Chapter 1. Humble Beginnings, the Power of Struggle. Success stories often begin in the unlikeliest of places. Take Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks. He grew up in a housing project in Brooklyn, where money was tight and the future was uncertain. But it was this environment that lit the fire of ambition in him. Schultz once said, "Dream more than others think practical. Expect more than others think possible." His early life taught him to think big, even when his surroundings were small. This struggle isn't unique to Schultz. A staggering 55% of billionaires didn't start out rich. They came from middle-class or poor families. Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest men, delivered newspapers as a teenager. He learned the value of $1 long before he made his billions. These humble beginnings taught resilience, grit, and an understanding of hard work, qualities that money can't buy. But it's not just about where they started. It's about how these early struggles shaped their mindsets. Studies show that people who experience hardship early in life are often more resilient and better at problem solving. This resilience becomes a foundation for future success. For many millionaires, the adversity they faced was a necessary ingredient in their recipe for success. Quick reminder to subscribe. Now let's dive back into the rest of the video. Chapter 2. Falling Forward. Lessons from Early Failures. Failure is often seen as a setback, but for the wealthy, it's more of a stepping stone. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's perspective on failure was key to his success. Instead of being discouraged, he saw each failure as progress. But it's not just historical figures who embraced failure. Modern entrepreneurs like Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, owe their success to early mistakes. Blakely credits her father's encouragement to fail often. Each failure taught her something new, something that brought her closer to her goal. It's no wonder she became the youngest self-made female billionaire in the US. Statistically, 90% of startups fail. Yet the people behind these ventures often go on to create something even better. They learn what doesn't work, refine their approach, and try again. This fail-forward mentality is a common thread among the rich. It's about seeing failure, not as the end, but as a necessary part of the journey to success. Chapter 3. Resilience Rewired. Rebounding from rock bottom. Hitting rock bottom is terrifying, but for many millionaires, it was the best thing that ever happened to them. Take J.K. Rowling, for instance. Before Harry Potter, she was a single mother on welfare, battling depression. But it was during this low point that she began writing the book that would change her life. Rowling once said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Resilience is what separates those who stay down from those who get back up. Research shows that people who bounce back from failure often develop stronger coping mechanisms and a better outlook on life. This is evident in stories like that of Steve Jobs, who was fired from the company he founded. But instead of giving up, Jobs used this setback to fuel his comeback, leading to the creation of groundbreaking products like the iPhone and iPad. The ability to rebound from failure isn't just about having a thick skin, it's about rewiring the brain. Psychologists have found that facing and overcoming adversity can lead to increased resilience. For millionaires, this resilience isn't just a trait, it's a strategy. They learn to embrace failure, analyze what went wrong, and use that knowledge to come back stronger. Chapter 4. Grit and Grind. The Unseen Hours Behind Success. Success is often glamorized, but the reality is far less glamorous. What we don't see are the long hours, the late nights, and the relentless grind that millionaires endure. Take Elon Musk, for example. Known for his work ethic, Musk famously said, "You have to work like hell. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve." This kind of dedication isn't rare among the wealthy. A study by Thomas C. Corley found that 86% of wealthy people work more than 50 hours a week. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. These individuals focus on tasks that directly contribute to their goals, cutting out distractions and honing in on what really matters. But hard work alone isn't enough. It's the grit, the unwavering commitment to long-term goals that makes the difference. Angela Duckworth, in her book Grit, found that perseverance is often more important than talent when it comes to success. Millionaires aren't necessarily the smartest or most talented. They're the ones who keep going when others would quit. Chapter 5. Pivoting to profit, turning mistakes into millions. Sometimes, success comes not from sticking to a plan but from knowing when to change course. Take the story of Instagram. Before it became the social media giant we know today, it started as Bourbon, a location-based check-in app. But when founders Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger noticed users were only interested in the photo-sharing feature, they pivoted. That decision turned a struggling app into a billion-dollar acquisition by Facebook. This ability to pivot is crucial in business. A study by CB Insights found that 42% of startups fail because there's no market need for their product. However, those who pivot early often find success in unexpected places. The key is being flexible and open to change, rather than rigidly sticking to a failing plan. Successful entrepreneurs see mistakes not as failures, but as feedback. They quickly adapt, learn from what didn't work, and shift their strategy. It's a process of constant iteration, refining ideas until they hit on something that works. This approach isn't just about avoiding failure, it's about finding the path to success hidden within it. Chapter 6. Mentorship. Mindset. How failures forge future leaders. Successful people often talk about the importance of mentorship, but what's less discussed is how their own failures shape them as mentors. Take Richard Branson, who has had his share of business flops, from Virgin Cola to Virgin Brides. Instead of hiding these failures, Branson uses them as teaching tools. He once said, "Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming." Branson's approach reflects a larger trend among successful individuals. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that 71% of Fortune 500 CEOs attribute their success to mentoring. But it's not just about receiving advice, it's about passing on the lessons learned from failure. These leaders understand that their mentees will face challenges, and they use their own experiences to guide them through. Mentorship isn't just about sharing knowledge, it's about cultivating resilience in others. By openly discussing their failures, successful people normalize the idea that setbacks are a part of the journey. This creates a culture where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities, not something to be feared. It's this mindset that helps forge the next generation of leaders. Like what you see? Subscribe and join our community for more great content.